Hey there, my name's Alyssa, and today I'm going to be turning the Percy Jackson book covers into 5 makeup looks. So I've had this idea for a little while now, since I decided to start a YouTube channel, just because I love makeup, but I didn't want to do a makeup channel, so I decided that, hey, best way is to maybe turn some book covers into eye looks or something. I don't know. So I've heard this is a thing, but I've never actually seen anyone do it. Actually, apparently people do it with brands, I guess, on Instagram. That's what I've heard. But I've never seen anyone do it with book covers before. I've seen people do, book outfits and stuff like that. So I just watched Literary Princess's video of her turning the Percy Jackson books into outfits. And I've seen a few people do that with other books as well, or recreating looks within the books. I know Emma Books did that as well, but I decided to do makeup instead of outfits because I just don't have those outfit colors. But anyways, on to the video. I am using the BH Cosmetics Back to Brazil palette and the, I believe, NYX HD Professional Eye Primer. So this is going to be the first look that I'm doing, which is going to be The Lightning Thief, which is the first Percy Jackson book. So first eye primer, so that way the color can show up a little bit better. Then I'm going to take a yellowish color and put it just kind of all over in, I guess, what little of a crease I have, I put it in there. And then I took a bit of a teal green and put it on the outer corners because I want those colors on the that color on the outside. And then I'm taking a lighter green and putting it in the center of my lid to lighten it up a little bit down there and make it a little bit more green instead of yellow. Then I'm going to take a bright red along with a pinkish, like a dark pinkish color to help dull out the green color in my eyes, because the cover of The Lightning Thief is it's green, but it's a bit of a muted green. And then I'm going to go and take a lime green kind of color and try to brighten it up again, because I think I went a little too far with making it dark in the center at least. And then there is a metallic green shade that I did put in the center to help, I'm assuming, brighten it. Obviously that doesn't seem to be working too well. And then I took the lighter green metallic shade on the inner portion of my eye. Brush didn't work, so I took my finger and used it instead. Usually that works a lot better with metallic shades especially. And then I went in with a black to help deepen it a little bit on the corner and on the outside of my eye to give it a little bit more dimension and also to help shape it a little bit. I took a gold color to help brighten it because of the gold letters showing you the title, so I thought I'd put some gold in there. Now I'm taking a metallic green again and putting it on the lower part of my eye, my bottom lash line, I guess. And I'm just trying to bring down the color down there. And now I'm taking a mascara that I usually use. It's just one I found at Walmart, and I'm just gonna put that on my lashes. I do not use fake lashes in these looks, so if you want to use them and you want to use lashes, great. I just don't know how, nor do I want to. But here is the finished look for the Lightning Thief book. I actually really like it. It's really cute, and it's not my favorite. And I had a bit of a failed version that I'm gonna put here, but it didn't turn out too great. This I am much happier with. So next is the Sea of Monsters book look, I guess. So I'm going to take that yellow shade again and put it again in my crease. I don't really have much of a crease if you haven't noticed, but yeah, I put it there where you would probably put it where your crease is if you have one. I just put it where it feels like my eyeball stops. So now I'm going to take that orange shade in the palette and put it on the outside of that yellow shade to show the orange on the outside. And I do shape it a little bit to be a little bit more pointy, so it's a little bit more, I guess, lifted. I don't know what you would say. Now I'm going to take that metallic orange and I'm going to put it in the center of my lid using my finger, because you should use your finger for metallic shades, or at least the ones in this palette, because they are hard to get out on a brush. Now I'm going to take this really cheap palette I found at Ulta. It's a Shine and Shimmer palette, and I'm going to take that dark brown shade onto the outside and in the, again, what little crease I have, to help make it a little bit more 3D than it was before. And I'm going to combine both of the yellow shades. I don't know the difference between them, but I'm going to combine them and I'm going to just put it all over the center of my lid. Now this one I'm going to use a liquid liner, and I have the NYX Epic Ink Liner, and I'm just going to make a little wing on the side. I figured since the cover has a black bridge that I would put some black eyeliner on. So now I'm going to go back with a, yes, that's a paintbrush, don't be me, use a liner brush, but this is all I had lying around. I use a paintbrush, and you would use a liner brush to put it on the bottom of my lid. And then I'm going to go in with mascara. And you shouldn't, and again, don't use a paintbrush because they're not really made for makeup. If that's all you have, make sure it's clean. Do not use a dirty one. It's just all I had. So this is the look. It's pretty quick, and I think it's kind of cute. That is the Sea of Monsters look. Now onto Titan's Curse. So putting on my base again. And I'm going to take a pink shade, believe it or not. There is a bit of pink in the cover, so I'm going to put that all over my imaginary crease. And I'm just going to put it up on top. Then I'm going to take this kind of sky blue type color and put it on the outside of the crease, and that's going to make it look a little bit purple, but that's fine because the cover is actually slightly purple, kind of bluish. So I'm going to take a bluish purple color next, and I'm going to put it on the outer part of my eye to make it a little bit more blue and try to bring it into the middle of my eye some more. That pink color will be on the inner portion of my eye because the amount of pink in the cover is very small. So now I'm going to take the black again, and I'm going to put it on my outer corner, I guess, to, again, give it some more dimension, make it a little 3D. Then I'm going to take the gold shade and put it in the middle of my eye to help kind of brighten it a little bit because, again, of the gold letters on the cover. And I went back through and touched it up a little bit to make everything a little bit darker and reapplied the gold when it got a little bit too blended out. And here is the look. Or no, sorry, psych. I took that paintbrush again, your liner brush, and took the color on my bottom lashes, and then I put on some mascara. Really quick look. I really like this one. I couldn't decide if I liked it more with my hair down or my hair up, so I'm showing you both. I actually really liked it with my hair up, but it works with my hair down too. So next up is my look for Battle of the Labyrinth. I'm gonna go back in and take that infamous yellow shade and put it again on my imaginary crease. And there's my dog Shiloh! Hang on, we're gonna take a little doggy break right now, so admire the cuteness that is about to befall you.
In the next few years from this whole thing, I think there's going to be some PTSD for people. I think it's going to be like a tree, like you can see when a tree has had a drought or been struck by lightning, by the rains, the years that grows. I think there's going to be...
This is my dog. This is Shiloh.
High school.
And I think for people and adults too, and it's really hard when you're like holed up and you know you can't get out. It's too dangerous to go out, and you feel trapped. And I think a lot of people are gonna have a lot of issues after this. And I think that people need to discuss it instead of burying it. Anyway,
It's even when things go back to normal.
Anyways, back to our regular scheduled program. So I'm going to take that orange shade again, and there's little Shiloh, look at her. I'm going to take that orange shade and put it on the outside of my eye. This look is very similar to Sea of Monsters, but it is going to be a little bit darker because the cover itself is dark. And I'm going to take that dark brown shade from the Shine and Shimmer palette and deepen it up on my crease or on the outer corner of my eye instead of using a black, because there's not really a lot of black in the cover. It is very dark, but it looks more like a brown. So I'm just going to put that all on the outside of my eye and blend it in with the orange color. And then I'm going to go in with the gold shade and put it on the center of my lid again. Now I'm going to take that red shade, because the cover is more of a red orange than it is in a pure orange like I used earlier or with Sea of Monsters. That was more of a yellowish orange, and this one's more of a red orange. Now I'm going to take that black shade again, and I'm going to actually make a wing on the outer part of my eye instead of using mascara. The mascara was, not mascara, liner, because the liner is actually just a tad too dark, and I feel like this is faded out enough that it'll work. So that is the fourth look for Battle of the Labyrinth. I really like this one. It's also really nice fall, kind of Thanksgiving kind of look. I do wish I made it a little bit more red, but you know what? I'm still pretty happy with how it turned out, and I hope you are too. So lastly is The Last Olympian, the fifth and final book in the series. So I already put my base on, and I'm going to be going in with that teal green shade from earlier and put it all over my imaginary crease. And I'm going to try to shape it and wing it out a little bit, because I haven't really been using liner for most of these looks, so I've been shaping them. And then I'm going to take a red shade and darken it a little bit to kind of cancel out a bit of the green, because on the cover of The Last Olympian, the green is pretty muted, but I do feel like it's not desaturated, so I didn't use a black, I used a red instead to desaturate it a little bit. But I am going to go in with a black to help deepen it on the outer corner again, and to kind of help blend it in a little bit, because there is black, even though the green itself is not desaturated, the black does help darken it. So then I'm going to take the metallic green shade and in the center of my lid put it there to help brighten it up. And I'm going to take a light green / white shade, I guess, and I'm going to be putting it a little bit closer to my inner corner. I used a brush and that didn't work, so I used my finger. And then I'm going to go back in with the black to bring down the color a little bit on my bottom lash. And then some mascara, and the look is complete. I hope you enjoyed this video and actually tried to recreate some of these looks. I forgot to do an outro for this video, so here's the outro. And also stick around for some cute doggy moments in this video if you want to see that. But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!
It was a hell of a lot darker than this.
No!
I always think
There's nothing outside!
I don't burn.
like if the sun, you do burn a little bit.
It takes a lot to...
No,
The
don't
sun
sniff in
looks
there.
to me for more than like, if I've been thinking about the sun, I burn. I mean, ask me on how long it take me to burn in the sun, in the sunscreen.
About 5 minutes.
Yeah. So.
You know,
dog's name is Tiny Diamond. As it turns out, Tiny Diamond's family is actually John,
Where's my
who
paintbrush?
founded the rescue group I Pity the Bull. The good news is he was on board right away, so he agreed, and I knew I had to come up with an awesome idea. I don't think
Go.
building a giant house. Oh, and let me tell you her actual story, because being tiny isn't what makes her special. It's the fact that she's already been through so much. She wasn't even a week or so old, and someone just dumped her, turned her in, that she is loved.
What?
This will be the biggest video we've ever done. Well, the detail went into getting this bakery just right. Check this out. Wow, now it's building a real-size bakery for dogs.
Where'd it go? That's not. No. No. No.
Decorate some donuts. Darling donuts.
No.
Yes. Lots of sprinkles. Wow.
So I can't find my paintbrush. I'm just gonna use this one instead.
Okay, well. Roasting.
Well,
What is it?
Can't blame them.
So bad. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up here so much.
Yeah, we're gonna have to because we have other things to do, and we were doing this so we didn't have to do editing of videos. And we told the kids we'd see them tonight, so
Yeah, we did. They want free
so
stuff.
they can have money, and that's not good.
So it's not grifting when you put up a GoFundMe for your
Look.
basic living expenses.
Shadow.
But if you
Come
have
here.
a job or you
Oh,
business
look
or
at that face.
or you sell merchandise,
Hmm?
Agree with what they need.
I don't even like. Did
Come here.
you have a dictionary? Afford a dictionary?
Shadow.
You don't need one. Use online. You can obviously afford it, and you can afford it on Twitter. You can afford it.
Oh,
They need to start charging for Twitter. They charge $5
you
or $10
little
a month.
cutie. Oh, you little cutie.
Nigel used to cover
Oh my God, Ernest! I know, I remember that.
Hmm?
Ernest was on the special when they opened the attraction, and Ernest used to do all those amazing movies. I miss Ernest.
He's sitting down with me.
Was a white person played by a black person.
Yeah, I know, but that's okay.